Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 27 of the Geek Perspective. I'm your host, Roy, and on today's show, Tom and I discuss and pick our 5 movies on Netflix to watch in October during the Halloween season. So stay tuned. So, Tom, what's been going on, my friend?
Nothing. Doing well. Doing well. Yeah, it's October, my favorite month of the year. Halloween, horror stuff, Comic-Con in 2 weeks. I mean, this is I know people look forward to the Christmas season. This is my Christmas season right here. October into Comic-Con is my Christmas season.
Yes, I am with you on that one, my friend.
Yeah.
October is the holiday for me.
Yeah.
Holiday. So you watch anything good on TV lately?
Well, everything's back. Oh, you know what I enjoy? I know some people don't. Just came back. The new season of The Purge. I dig the show personally.
I have never watched it.
You never watched it?
I have never watched it.
Oh, dude. Yeah, you should catch the first season on the stick there. You know what I mean? And I think you would like it. I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking. It's not gonna win an Emmy, you know what I mean, or anything like that, but it's fun, and it's I think it's better than most of the movies, especially the first Purge. That one was terrible. But I think the first, which was the final one that they've made in the series, or
I've seen that one. I can't remember.
Yeah, a lot of people haven't. A lot of people haven't seen the first Purge. It was terrible. It was acting was bad. It was the story wasn't great. So this is cool. The first season. It's kind of like an anthology series, but not in the sense of American Horror Story, where it's the same actors each season doing different roles. Mm-hmm. It's like the first season dealt with whatever Purge. I don't know if it was the second, the third, the fifth, you know what I mean? This one, so far it started, and it was the last 2 hours of a purge. It didn't say which purge it was, but it was saying like how the last 2 hours, people go real crazy during those last 2 hours, you know what I mean? And then kind of see where it goes. So in that sense, it's sort of like an anthology, because it's not it's not very linear from season to season, but it's still following the same sort of the purge itself. And yeah, it's really cool. You should definitely check it out. Everybody out there, if you're looking for something to watch, check it out. I know it's tough because all the TV shows are back right now, and trying to make time for all your shows. So what about you?
Season 2 has a new cast.
Yeah, so far, yes.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it's only one episode in. So what about you? You been watching anything?
That's kind of cool though. Yeah, all the shows. I watched Batwoman, which is shown to be a really good show.
Okay, I gotta watch that.
Supergirl wearing the new pants. People are pissed about it.
Yeah, I read about that.
The Flash. The Flash is back. He's already knows about the crisis and trying to figure out how to stop it already.
Okay.
Which starts in December. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on before then. What else? I haven't watched Black Lightning yet, though it has started.
Yeah.
And Supernatural, which has started off amazing episode.
I've never watched that show.
Oh, dude, you don't know what you're missing.
I know everybody says it too. They're like, dude, you're a nerd like us and you haven't watched it. And I'm just like, dude, I watch so many shows. It's hard for me to get into new ones. And but I will get into that because everybody says it's just so good.
Purge Anarchy was rad as hell.
Purge Anarchy was good. Yeah, I agree. Raymond. It's it just the first Purge I didn't like.
And so Supernatural, I watched that, and of course I had to watch Arrow because they only have 10 episodes.
How's that?
It was good.
Was it good? Okay.
It was good. It's going to be a fun few episodes. Apparently everyone's supposed to die because, like, the first episode. Spoiler alert in case you haven't seen it. The guy, that black dude, I can't remember who he is. That guy from the future keeps telling him you're going to die. Well, Apparently, the Flash is going to die too. So everyone's going to die apparently because
Oh boy.
they're saying Arrow's going to die. They're saying the Flash is going to die. I'm like, this is not going to be a real death. I have a feeling this is not going to be a real death. You know what I mean? How they kill somebody, but they're not really dead, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They bring them back to life. Something funky is going to happen. Someone dies because I'm like, oh, gee, because you can't kill the Flash because the show's not ending.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I have a feeling the Green Arrow's not going to die either. I don't know why I have that feeling, but I just have that feeling. But as far as other stuff, people don't know, I am a paranormal investigator with my old team on the South Shore of Massachusetts. And I started watching the Holzer Files, which is about Dr. Hans Holzer, who's the late scientist or one of the greatest paranormal investigators of our time. It's a show with his daughter, Alexandra,
Mm-hmm.
with Dave Schrader, Cindy Kaza, who's a psychic medium, and equipment tech, Shane Pittman. They revisit Han Holz's old cases. And what I find really amazing is they play the actual audio from the investigations.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it is so badass. I'm a paranormal geek, you know, because I'm an investigator, and to hear Han Holz's voice talking about the paranormal was just freaking amazing. If you haven't seen the show, it was actually pretty creepy, which I don't get creeped out very often, but it was pretty creepy and really good show. They've had 2 episodes. I watched the first one today. I'm getting into my Halloween kick now. If you haven't noticed, Tom, I've been watching horror movies, horror shows. I'm starting to get sucked in that time of year. So so that's what I've been watching. You buy any new pops?
Well, just real quick before I get on that, speaking of horror shows, American Horror Story is so good. Watch it.
Yes.
Everybody watch it, please.
Yes.
Please.
I think what we should do when the season ends,
yeah.
we should go episode by episode and that's what I think. Do a review of each episode.
I agree because I love it. It's the sort of slasher feel to it. You know, you're always each season because it's been on for so long. You're like, what are they going to do different? What are they going to do different? And every year they're able to do something different. So and it gets I know it gets crazy and goes off the rails sometimes, but I just love it. So yes, watch that, and yes, we will do that afterwards. As far as pops, I'm trying to think. You know, there was that's where talked about. I got some of those New York Comic-Con ones. I was telling you, I ordered I had a gift card for Hot Topic, so I ordered a couple of the Purge ones. And I was just looking on my phone. That's what I was doing, and I had said 2, but I guess I ordered 3. I guess because I had $25, and the deal was 3 for $27. So I didn't remember that, but I ordered 3 out of the 4 or 5 that are coming out. And other than that, I don't think I've bought any. I don't think I bought any really. How about you?
Nope.
Nah.
Nope. I'm being good. We're going to Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured. I'll get some at Comic-Con, so that's kind of why I've been not really.
I've had some expenditures come up recently that I'll probably have a little less money for the convention, but which is all good. I still have money.
Yeah.
So I'll be buying some stuff. Be looking to buy stuff, but I'm sticking to Star Wars and horror.
There you go.
No more Marvel. I love Marvel. I love some of the characters. Maybe I'll buy a Spider-Man, but other than that, no more Marvel. I'm gonna stick to Star Wars and horror.
Hang on, I did buy one, and I want to show you. I want to show you it because it's my only superhero pop that I own.
What?
Give me 1 second.
What? Tom bought a pop, people. What kind of pop could he have bought? And
honestly, it's probably one of the coolest pops that I've ever seen.
Let me get. It's a Venom pop.
It's close, very close. Came out same because they just did the Venom. They released a new Venom at the LA Comic-Con, and on top of that, they released a Harley Quinn as dressed as Robin, and they released a Cosmic Ghost Rider. And I got the Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I don't know if you can see that and see how the head is, how it's like flames, but it's kind of translucent. Can you see that without a glare? Or
Yeah, perfect, right? Just like that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
yeah, so it's really cool, and it's not technically glow in the dark, but I put it with my glow in the dark display and put the UV lights on it, and oh, what a cool effect it does, man, with that head, because the way the head with the translucent thing over the flames and stuff. My only real I had a couple other superhero ones, and I have the Tick, obviously, because I'm a huge Tick fan, and I have my signed Colossus ones, but I'm not a big superhero pop guy. I love superheroes, but just not really into the pops. I do my horror. I do my I like pop rocks, like bands and stuff, and that's about it. So, but yeah, I had to get this one. Oh, and I don't know if you see it on there. He's got baby Thanos on the front of him.
Yes.
So I thought that was a kind of just a cool little effect to it. But yeah, one of the coolest pops I think I've ever seen. You get them at Hot Topic, guys, with the LA Comic-Con sticker. They were $15, a little more than other ones, but such a cool pop. And again, with that they released a Venom one, a glow in the dark Venom one, but that's not a Hot Topic. That was only at the con, and Harley Quinn as Robin. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's it though. Other than that, I have not bought any. So,
all right.
So
guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe, and share the video. Click that little bell on top of the screen so you stay informed with all our new videos that come out, live talks that we do, live shows we do, any kind of new content. You want to stay up on it. I can't even talk. So make sure to comment on this video. And again, tell us what you want us to review. We'll review just about anything and everything because that's what we do. All right.
And check us out on social media. We're on all of, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Facebook probably we're most active on right now. I've been actually kind of taking a mental break from social media a little bit. So I haven't been good about the posting on Instagram like I was before. I needed to do it for myself, take it like detox a little just from all social media. But I will be getting back on Instagram, and we're on Twitter as well. So yes, Rob Zombie. I saw it. Somebody posted that on something, and I saw that. That looked really cool, the Rob Zombie pop. And I saw an Iggy Pop one today, too.
Yes, I saw the Iggy Pop one. That's
cool. I almost got it because I love Iggy Pop. And I was like, I'll wait. And maybe I'll get it.
All right, Tom.
Let's
jump into these our five favorite movies.
Yeah.
When do every other?
Sure.
Right, you go first this time.
All right. So first up on mine, and this isn't in like any particular order. These are just on my list. It's just 5 movies that I think you should watch this month.
First, you better watch.
Yeah. First one I have is Terrifier. It's the story of Art the Clown. I'm not going to tell you too much because you should check it out. It's low budget. It's low budget horror, some body horror going on in there. I really dig it. Some low budget effects that still look really good, but it's not CGI'd and shit like that. And it's just story about this guy Art the Clown. He's just sort of a deranged serial killer clown that wreaks havoc, and there's just some really cool stuff in there. Yeah, I had heard about it on a podcast I was listening to. The host had the actor that played Art the Clown on there, and they were talking about it. It's like, I got to check that out, and I'm so glad I did. So if you like horror, you like some gore, some body horror, you like low budget stuff, this is really the movie for you. It's Terrifier. You should definitely check it out.
He would make a cool pop.
Yes, Art the Clown would make
really cool.
Yes, it would make a sick pop. Yes, it would.
All right, so my first pick, again, like Tom, he's not in any particular order. He's just 5 movies that you should watch. As a matter of fact, you better watch them because they're freaking awesome. And Raymond said Terrified sequel is coming out.
Oh, nice. Nice.
That's pretty cool. You have to let us know, Raymond, when they come out.
Yeah.
So my first movie is Would You Rather, and this is basically a thriller slash horror. I'd call it. It's based on the video game. It's based on the board game, and the main character Iris attends a dinner party, which she must partake in a life-threatening game, kind of like Truth or Dare, which is kind of Would You Rather, to help her sick brother secure a donor to keep him alive. And the show stars Brittany Snow, the late Sasha Grey, who was pretty damn good in this movie for ex porn star, Jeffrey Combs, Robin Lord Taylor. And this movie was released on October 14th, 2012. It was out a little while ago, and it's 93 minutes long. It was produced by Lane Brick Foundation, Periscope Entertainment. It's a really good movie. The people in this movie put it through hell, and there's the electric shock machines involved. There's stabbings. There's guns. All kinds of torture. Things get cut off people's bodies. It's a pretty really good movie. If you like that sort of thing, check it out.
Nice.
All right, Tom. What's your number 2?
Robin Lord Taylor too. You must have been pretty damn young in that 2012.
I didn't realize it was him until I read that. I was like, what?
Yeah, he must have been a baby then. Jeez. That's cool. All right. Let's see. So I'm trying to, as me and Roy were talking beforehand, of course, my list of 5 is really a list of 10. So the next one, I'll say, you know what? I'll pick this one just because I like it and it's a fun movie. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. It's a horror comedy. And I love horror comedies. I think it's an underrated genre that
next week's show, horror comedies.
Yeah, we should. Let's do it because there's great ones. Slither, God, I could go on and on and on.
Mm-hmm.
It's God, even going to like Army of Darkness and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's but. Yeah, it's God, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up his name. I love this actor. Sorry, I know I don't go into I don't tell you who produced it and stuff like Roy. He's better than me.
Yeah, I'm better than Tom.
But it's it's just it's great. It's campy. It's fun. I don't want to tell you too much, but yeah, it's 2 guys that, 2 unsuspecting sort of doltish guys, and it takes a bloody turn, and it deals with murderous hillbillies and, ignorant college students and murderous hillbillies, and just, it's just a real lot of fun. And, that's his name, Tyler Labine. Tyler Labine, you guys will recognize him. He's been in a lot of shows and stuff. I can't think of anything offhand, but he's the star of it. He is Tucker, I believe, and you should definitely check it out. Tucker and Dale versus Evil, horror comedy.
Very good movie.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, my number 2 is The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Nice.
And I was gonna watch this movie a while back, and I was like, a movie about a corpse just sitting on a slab. It's kind of like, really? But I'm telling you, it's a really good movie. It's a supernatural horror, and it's basically a father and son. They're coroners, and they examine the body of an unidentified woman, and they experience supernatural phenomena. And it was released on December 21st, 2016, 86 minutes long, produced by I Am Global and Imposter Pictures. And it's just a really good movie. Basically, the corpse was found at a scene of a bloody triple homicide, and they bring the body to these guys, and they're trying to figure out, like, what happened to her. And as they're opening her up and doing things, all this paranormal stuff starts kicking up. And it's a really, really good show. So The Autopsy of Jane Doe, check it out because it's really freaking good. All right, number 3.
Nice. So number 3, I'm gonna go with The Green Room. And
Oh,
yeah, I
which one?
what's that?
Which one?
The 2015 horror thriller directed by Jeremy Saulnier and starring the late Anton Yelchin, who I love, or Yelchin. Imogen Poots, she's great too, very very pretty young lady, and the great Patrick Stewart, Sir Patrick Stewart's in it,
Yes.
and it's about a punk band. They're on a tour, like a low budget tour. Well, like most punk bands would be anyway. Most punk bands, it's not too high budget, and they doing a show, and they get offered to do a show up north, and it turns out it's in a neo-Nazi skinhead bar / club. They don't realize it, but then they get in there and they realize pretty quickly. And one of my favorite parts is they cover the Reagan Youth. Is it Reagan Youth? I think it is. Reagan Youth. Nazi punks fuck off. And so all these guys are rocking along to them. And then all of a sudden they go into their next song, and it's because if you know anything about Reagan Youth, I'm a huge punk guy. They're totally anti-Nazi, anti-shit like that, anti-Republican, and kind of anarchist, and hate fucking Nazis, which you should, because they're fucking Nazis. And there's nothing redeeming about a Nazi.
The reason to hate a Nazi? They're Nazis.
Yep. And so they're in the club. That's my favorite part. They play fucking skinhead punk, fuck off. But anyway, so they're in the
look up skinhead punk, everybody.
What's that?
I want everybody to look up skinhead punk.
Yes, neo-Nazi skinheads punk. You can check it out. It's unfortunately the neo-Nazi skinhead. There's like a subgenre within the punk room that's fucking neo-Nazi shit. Now, most anybody that's reputable within the punk industry realizes they're just a bunch of fucking sick cunts that fucking, you know what I mean, that have small dicks. So it's whatever.
Look at the dicks.
But anyway, so so they're in the club, and one of them witnesses a murder, and then shit just goes off from there. And it's basically a movie. The scenes outside it, but for a good chunk of the movie, they're just in the club's green room, hence the name Green Room. And it just goes crazy. And I'm not going to tell you too much, but it's a great movie. It's more of like a horror thriller. It's not a slasher. It's not your typical horror. It's like a horror thriller. Great movie, very underrated. Check it out. Green Room, Patrick Stewart, awesome.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
I was at that a few times too over the last month, and I'm like,
you should check it out, man. You like it? It's good.
I might have to watch that tonight.
Yeah, it's very good.
And just so you guys know, we're kind of being vague here with these synopsis, because we don't want to give anything away.
Yes,
people do want to watch these movies if they haven't seen them by some strange coincidence. So if you're wondering why they're being so vague, that's why. We just don't want to give stuff away. But my number 3, and Tom actually had it on his list also, was The Candyman.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say it. That was going to be my 3, and I didn't say it because I knew you had it.
You could have. And I think it's a great movie. It's a supernatural slasher starring Virginia Madsen, Tony Todd, Alexander Berkeley, Vanessa Williams. And it's actually based on a short story by Clive Barker, The Forbidden. And essentially, a graduate student in Chicago working on her thesis on urban legends finds out about the urban legend Candyman, the ghost of an artist and son of a slave who was murdered in the late 19th century. And she goes and investigates, and stuff happens. Bad stuff happens. So check it out. It was released on October 16th, 1992. And it's such a good movie. It was produced by Propaganda Films. It's 101 minutes long, but it flies by. Great movie, great cast, well acted, just a really good show. Check it out. You won't be unfulfilled.
Yeah, you won't be disappointed. It's classic. It's a classic. And it's got the great Tony Todd.
Yeah.
It's
how can you go wrong? Virginia Madsen?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great film.
All right, Tom, number 4.
Number 4. Okay, I'm going through my list, and these were going to be sort of my, like, I listed 10, and because I knew it would have some overlap, and also, sort of like honorable mentions. But I'm going to throw this one in because I know you don't have it, and I like it. It's an underrated film. It's not super great, but it's called Tusk, and
I liked it.
I liked it a lot. It's a comedy. What's that?
It's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. It's a comedy body horror movie. So now we're really, really sort of melding some genres together, which I really like because you're creating new genres when you're doing that, and and it's original. So it was came out in 2014. It was written and directed by Kevin Smith. It was based off of a story that he had on his Smodcast. Yeah, that's what he calls his podcast there. And starring Michael Parks, Justin Long, Haley Joel Osment, and Genesis Rodriguez. And it's the first in his planned. He has a 3-movie set called, not set, but like trilogy sort of thing called The True North, all taking place up in Canada because he's from Canada. The first, the second movie in that was Yoga Hosers, which I watched. Not as good, not great, but if you like Kevin Smith, you should check it out. But anyway, yeah, Tusk, and it's so essentially a guy. They have a what's that? Oh, hi Linda. Hi Linda. They have a podcast where they do like. They mock people doing viral videos and stuff. And, the guy's he's going to fly to Canada to, interview for the podcast, this internet celebrity. And he finds out the kid committed suicide. So stays a day. And then he hears about a guy that has interesting stories. He goes to his house. And I don't want to tell you too much because, if I go into detail, I'm going to give away everything on it. But he goes there and he hears a story about Mr. Tusk. This guy, this guy that he goes to visit because, the guy says he has tons of stories, blah, blah, blah. These are stories you'll never hear in your lifetime. Tells him the Mr. Tusk story, which is this guy's sort of white whale sort of story, that just his Moby Dick, his whatever you want to, whatever sort of analogy or whatever you want to call it, that's his thing. And just some crazy stuff starts happening. And I don't want to, Mr. Tusk is about, a walrus, and I'll let you do the rest because it's if I go into any more detail, I'm going to give it away, and I don't want to. You should check it out, especially if you're a fan of Kevin Smith. If you like body horror, you like comedy, you like all that. It's a fun little movie, in my opinion. I dig it. You won't hear too many people talking about it, but it's definitely worth. If you have Netflix, check it out.
Definitely worth it. Okay, and my number 4 is called Hush. And it's classified as a slasher film, and I call it more of a thriller slasher, more thriller. It's an actual original Netflix film released on April 8th, 2016, about a young deaf and mute woman who moves to an isolated house in the woods to start writing her book. And a mass killer happens upon the house and tries to kill her. As you can imagine, being deaf and mute, she has her own issues fighting off the killer. And when she originally fights him off, he leaves. And she thinks he's gone. He comes back for more. And it's a really creepy movie if you're watching it. It's a really good movie, well acted, and it's only 81 minutes long by Blumhouse Productions. It's one of those movies where you feel for the character. And when you can actually do that, in my opinion, it puts you in a position to get more creeped out. So, yes, check out Hush on Netflix.
Nice.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, that's one I have.
Kind of hot.
What's that?
And the girl's kind of hot, too.
I haven't seen that one, so
Movie.
that's definitely I'm gonna write it down right now.
Actually, I was bored one night. I saw it, and I was kind of going back and forth, and I was like, eh. I put it on, and I'm like, this is an awesome movie. This is a really awesome movie, and it just drew me right in.
Nice.
So, all right, Tom, what's your number 5?
All right, so my number 5. Now this is tough because after we you say your number 5. I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm just going to list like 2 or 3 other movies that I just think you should watch. I'm not going to say anything about them because one's a classic that most people have seen, but I think you should watch it every October. So for my number 5, though, in the list, I'm going to go with Cult of Chucky.
Oh,
I love the Chucky franchise personally. I loved it when the first Child's Play, and I loved each iteration afterwards. And then I loved when they started leaning into the comedy, in Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, just great. So now they're melting or merging comedy and horror, which I love. You know what I mean? So I love it. And Cult of Chucky was the 7th installment in the movie. Most people know this year there was another Child's Play that just came out. I still haven't seen that one yet, but it's on my list this year.
my woman, Linda.
Oh, nice, Linda. So, so Cult of Chucky, 7th installment in the franchise. It's the follows up after Curse of Chucky, which was 2013. Stars Brad Dourif as Chucky, the voice of Chucky, with the supporting cast of Fiona Dourif, Alex Vincent, and Jennifer Tilly, who she's been in quite a few of the Chuckies and great, and she's the bride of Chucky. So. And not going to go into too much detail in the plot because it's a Chucky movie. So most people know it's a doll that becomes alive, not really, alive, sentient, whatever, and starts killing people. And it's still Andy Barclay is still the main character, and it's just another installment in the Chuckies, and it's great. It's a lot of fun. It's sort of, they still have the comedy aspects in it, but it's in this one you can kind of see they're starting to go a little bit more back into like the darker horror a little too, So the horror's always been there. It's always been comedy and horror, but they started leaning more into the horror again, where in the previous few they were leaning a little more into the comedy. Now they were leaning more into the horror. So yeah, it's just like a great fun movie, and I love the franchise. I love the Chucky franchise, so I think everybody should check it out. What's that?
Are you excited for the TV show?
I didn't even know there was a TV show.
We discussed it on one of our shows.
I don't remember because I don't remember what I had for lunch today. But
Mark Hamill's doing the voice.
Oh, no way!
Yeah,
dude, that's awesome.
Sci-Fi.
Awesome. Oh, dude, that makes me so happy. Hell yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right, so my number 5, we both had on our list. In case you just joined us, and people that have joined us, they already know. But I'm a paranormal investigator, and I love paranormal stuff. I love doing the investigations. I just enjoy doing. I enjoy helping people. And this next movie is the epitome of why I do what I do, pretty much. And this movie is called The Conjuring.
Yep.
To me, it's probably one of the best supernatural movies I've ever seen, if I dare say that. I just love this movie. And if you've been under a rock and haven't heard of it or seen it, it's a supernatural horror film about Ed and Lorraine Warren's investigations. This is just one movie of many, and it's based on true events where the Warrens helped the Perron family, who experienced crazy paranormal happenings at their farmhouse in Rhode Island in 1971.
Rhode Island, whoop whoop,
whoop whoop. It's a supernatural ghost story that's not so innocent. Basically, the paranormal starts with the children playing with the spirits, and over time, the spirits start to get more aggressive and want more, which spirits tend to do when they're not nice, and they start becoming not so innocent, and they get more physical, and the children start getting attacked by the spirits. One child gets trapped in the basement, can't get out. That child, I think, gets hit. Just crazy stuff happens. Just crazy stuff. And it's produced by the company New Line Cinema and was released, I can't believe this, July 19th, 2013. It's been that long already.
Jeez.
I know, right?
Think about the universe they've created since then. The Conjuring universe. It's so impressive.
Yep, 112 minutes. The Conjuring 3 is coming out in 2020. We were hearing a few months ago that might be in the springtime, but now I'm hearing it might not be till the fall. So look for that. And before Tom does this other couple of movies, I'm gonna throw mine out there.
Yep.
That you guys should check out. The Invitation.
Nice.
And it's basically about people getting invited to a party, and again, people go crazy. Crazy stuff that's happening. And this other one is called The Last Exorcism. And if you like exorcism movies, this is about a TV crew who try to debunk this priest who does exorcisms, thinking he's a fraud, and they come across a really bad exorcism. Another really good movie. Check it out. These two movies are very, very good. All right, Tom, what you got for the people?
All right. So just the first one I'm going to list first, just because it doesn't. Nice. Film right by her cousin's house. That's cool. First one is not horror themed, but it came out in October, and I liked it, and I think everybody should check it out. If you're a fan of Breaking Bad, El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, that you kind of find out what's happened to Jesse afterwards, and you see some flashbacks with Walter White. He's actually, I was reading the article about the scene that they had to film with Walter, how they had to fly him in for one day, and he had to get back to New York because he's doing a play on Broadway, and it was super secret. They had to use a bald cap and all this stuff. But yeah, check out El Camino, Breaking Bad movie. Yeah, not horror, but came out October. Great film on Netflix. Now back into the horror. I had Candyman, like Roy. Definitely check out Candyman. It's a classic. Insidious, all of them. Big fan of very underrated because they're actually, I don't get scared. It's very rare that a horror movie is able to scare me or anything, but this came kind of close. This came kind of close because it's pretty damn good. So Insidious, that I have The Conjuring, of course. Okay, a classic that's on there that everybody, I think I want to say probably 99% of the population's already seen the movie anyway, but you should probably watch it once a year, is Carrie.
Yes, the original.
Yes, the original Carrie is on there. What's that?
Sissy Spacek.
Yes, fantastic. Young Sissy Spacek.
Mm-hmm.
And I have also in the final one I have on there. Yeah, I liked it. Some people complained about it being slow or a little too long, but I loved the feel to it. I like the story. I like sort of the backstory. If you know anything about it, is The Witch. I don't know if you saw that, Roy. The Witch.
No, I haven't.
I have I like it. It is slow moving, but I like that feel. It gives it a very, very slow sort of plotting pace to it. I have their pop, the one pop that they made for that movie of the Black Phillip, the goat, which, if you look at him, it's, it's like, he's like Baphomet, which is Satan, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, The Witch. So those are my honorable mentions, and I could have went on and probably listed about another 25 more, but I had to, get it to 5, and I couldn't even do that. I still had to have a list of 10. So that's the best I could do. And there's more out there, but yeah, there's my list.
Most definitely could easily do a lot more.
Yes.
So, what movies do you guys watch? What do you guys like to watch for Halloween? That's listening live. Do you guys watch horror movies? You like horror movies?
Yeah.
I know one person's probably going to say Hannibal.
Yeah. Well, I'm right there with her. I am right there with her. You got to watch Hannibal, Roy. It is great. It is great. And I stayed away from TV shows because I could have got onto TV shows too. And I was looking at them, and it's on Netflix. All these movies are on Netflix, Linda. Any one of these. So the one Art the Clown, it's called Terrifier, ER at the end, and it's on Netflix. Your best bet is do a search and just type in Terrifier. But also, if you go into the genres, horror, it's
right on top.
It's right there too as well.
I think it's right on top. I think actually.
But yeah, every one of these on our list, they're all on Netflix. That was the kind of the deal we went with these movies. We're Netflix movies. That way, we tell you about them, and then you can go watch them right away. You don't have to go. You don't have to go to the movie theaters. Now, if you don't have Netflix, then I don't know. But
it's not a lot.
Yeah, But if you have, the idea was that you could watch them right away. So yes, all these are on Netflix.
Art the Clown. I'm still saying that'd be a great pop.
I 100% agree. 100% agree. That would be very cool.
What horror pop don't you have that you want?
Me?
Yes.
Sam from Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
Because it's like $100 pop, and I just can't spend $100 on a pop. But yeah, Sam. I mean, maybe for a special occasion I would buy, or if I could get a good deal on it, not quite 100. If I could get it under 100 and it was like a special deal, like I was at a con or something and saw it, but yeah, that's the main horror one that I want that I don't have. How about you?
The Jason Voorhees one where he's is he the little boy?
No, he's got the no mask on. His head's all warm.
Yes. He's all warped and everything.
I want that so bad, but it's like a $500 pop.
Yeah. I'm like, that's never going to happen. This is never going to happen. But if I think realistically, I want to get a Pinhead, which I'll probably buy at the convention. I can probably get one there.
Yeah, they actually have it. I have the glow-in-the-dark version. They actually have one, just the normal version at the Newberry Comics by my house.
Yeah.
For like $9 or something. So
yeah.
Get
them cheap, so I figured, and they have a few of those, so I think I want to get each movie if I can. But I'm sure that first movie is probably a lot more expensive. But there's that. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't have that one.
I have both. I don't have the Chase version, but I have two. I have both. I have the normal, and then I have the one with the pretty woman mask too.
I that one too. I should buy it, but I remember that day.
That's my all-time favorite horror movie is Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I don't know if I mentioned on the show, but I actually worked with a woman who lived through that.
Yes, you. Well, I don't think you mentioned on the show, but we had this conversation last week. That's crazy.
So you guys watching, when I worked in the hospital, there was a woman that worked with me, and she was telling me how she actually lived through that whole ordeal, the real story.
Yeah, Ed Gein is the guy.
Yeah, Ed Gein, yes. And she remembers him being caught and them finding all the furniture with body parts and the masks and all kinds of crazy stuff. She actually remembers that. She said that she was a little kid, but she still remembers it, which I thought was amazing. We talked about it for hours because I love horror movies. So I was like, hey, fill me in. I want to know everything.
Yeah, lampshades out of people's skin.
Yeah.
So I got a question. Out of all of the horror pops that you do own, what's your favorite? Oh,
easy. Potato Sack Jason.
I love it. I don't have that one. I love that one, dude.
I think it's one for Amazon now for like $25.
Yeah. It's one of those ones I got to pull the trigger on, and it's just like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it, and then I go on Amazon, and I'm like, oh, I need this and this and this because it's Amazon. You know what I mean? And so then I'm just like, oh, I'll get it next time. So Yeah, I love that one. My favorite one that I own is my Captain Spaulding from
Oh yeah,
that is my absolute favorite, and I
that's
can't
gonna
wait
shoot
to
up
watch.
in price.
What's that?
That's gonna shoot up in price.
Yeah, I mean it's already. I mean before he passed, it was like 120, I think,
Yeah.
or something like that. So, yeah, I can't wait to see that Three from Hell, the last
Yeah,
movie that too. So,
looking forward to that.
yeah.
Yeah, surprised no one. Well, they weren't on there, but Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah. Oh, I would have picked those if they were any, it was on there or something, because I didn't even see, I don't know if it was on there because I didn't look too hard, like Devil's Rejects or House of a Thousand Corpses.
I don't most of them being on there either.
Yeah, I don't remember if they are or not because I probably would have put one of them on there. I love Devil's Rejects.
Amazon has a lot of that stuff. I think they have all the Jason movies.
On Prime.
Yeah, on Prime. Yeah.
I always forget to go to Prime to watch for movies because I have Hulu and Netflix. It's just like I always forget about Prime, and they have so much good stuff on there. So
yeah, I've been considering Hulu.
Hulu's great.
We have YouTube TV here.
Oh, you do?
Because they have the DVR, but with Hulu, you don't need a DVR.
No, that's a nice thing.
Well, we get our locals though. It's nice to watch football.
Yeah.
Football because sometimes the antenna doesn't come in that great.
How much is YouTube TV?
It's $50.
$50 a month.
Yeah, it's because of the local live channels.
Yeah,
they're expensive.
Okay.
Yeah, if without local live channels, things are a lot cheaper.
Okay.
Charge an arm and a leg for all the channels.
I didn't realize it was that.
It's a ripoff of something that's totally free.
Yeah, because I did YouTube like premium, but I did the 2-week trial on it because the show Cobra Kai. I watched the first season and then the second season came out and I was like, oh my God, I love that show. It's great. And so I had a 2-week trial and then I canceled right away because I just binged all the episodes and then did it because I have everything else. So it's just, I'm always saying if somebody's got like, something that's equivalent, I pay about $22. Because I have Hulu and in the HBO package with it. If somebody has something, obviously 50 is way more than 22. I'll give my code for that and they'll get, you know what I mean? They can use my Hulu for free and I'll use their thing for free. You know what I mean? Like if somebody got the Disney Plus, whatever it was, what I mean? Because I do that with, like I let buddies use my Netflix and you know what I mean? It's, we should probably talk about that off here though. So, we're not, we're scamming them. So.
Give away all his business. All right, we just got demonetized, everybody. Thank you very much, Tom. All right, guys. So I think that's going to be our show for today. I want to thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Comment on this video below. Let us know what your favorite horror movie is, and if you want us to review a horror movie next week, down in the prescription below. In the prescription below, below, just write down what horror movie you want us to review, and maybe we'll review it next week. For Tom and myself, have a geeky great night, everybody. Thank you for all you guys listening live.
Thanks, guys.